bud.
Oh. Get this in the...
Stupidly.
All right, so for the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and start my simple salad. Actually, I'll start the sauces first. Okay. What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing? People still rolling through? Right on. Right on. Okay, I'm gonna get some sauces going here. This green onion. Okay. Boom. So for the fish, I'm thinking we'll do like a tartar sauce. Hello, Watain. We'll pin that up there. Right on. T-Dot beast mode. Damn. Okay. All right. Let's get some of these sauces kind of done. Hmm? I'm not rowdy. All right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? Lucian, hey, what's good, dude? How are you? How's your weekend treating you, man? Right on. So today, right now, I'm just getting started on. Yeah, it's been pretty good. It was a little chilly this morning, but everything's it's looking up, man. Yeah, weather's finally nice. Yeah, it's been just a nice, even, pretty nice overall day, so can't complain. So today, right now, I'm just gonna be working on. This is for Caitlin. She was the highest gifter on last Saturday's live stream, so she suggested basically just a whole bunch of deep fried stuff. Where are you calling from? I'm calling from Calgary, Alberta. Where are you calling from? Yeah, so Caitlin suggested we're going to do a bunch of deep fried stuff because she wants to see like deep fried. Like, so basically, and we also had another suggestion from last week or the last stream that suggested we do. Oh, hey, what's up, Lynn? Yeah, pretty solid, eh? Burns Lake, BC. Right on, dude. Fancy Jamie. Hey, what's good? Good to see you again. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, so someone else suggested we do a fish and chips. So instead, today I've decided, I was walking through the... Hey, Apache Dan. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, so I was walking through the superstore and I was looking for shrimp. Shrimp is like insanely expensive, except for this. This is the 12 to 15s shrimps. So they've already been deveined. I did that before the live, as well as I took the skins off. Left the tails on. So I'm gonna do like a type of. It's not necessarily tempura. It's gonna be more of like a thin but really crispy dredging that goes on top of it. Caitlin, hey, there she is. All right, yeah, so this is dedicated to you. You suggested that we're going to do some deep fried stuff. So we're going to do exactly that. And the real thing is, for dessert, I decided that we had some leftover. We have these apple pies from McDonald's. We got like these this extra cheesecake that we got lying around. So I'm going to go ahead. Lying around. Hey, you heard me. No, it's a joke. I picked it up. But at least like everything that was going on at Superstore was relatively cheap for the stuff that I picked up. So it's really, again, it's good, economical, but we're going to make the dankest kind of meals today. Yeah. And if you guys can, go ahead, hit that like button for me. That would be appreciated. And as well as if you guys get a chance, hit that share button because that would help me out a lot as usual. Yeah, how's everyone else doing today? How's their Saturday? I hope it's nice. It's relaxing. Yeah, that's right. cheap and damn good. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to make take what we have in house and then get some gnarly cheap stuff, make it really elevated. So what I've got going right now is I got some oil just lightly heating. It's on like pretty much low, a little bit below medium. But I'm also working on, this will be the fish tartar sauce, but it's not necessarily going to be a tartar sauce. What I had in mind, yeah, absolutely. You got to work with what you got. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they got some good pricing right now, so good, cold, good watch for watching hockey. Hey, right on, Karen. Ha, that's awesome. Yeah, so right now I'm just working on both the mise en place for my salad, and I'm going to be working on two sauces to go with, what do you call it, with the fish. So today, instead of just doing a normal tartar sauce, and then since it's, I'm also working with sole, which is really thin, and I'm again working with 12, 15, what do you call it, shrimps. So they're quite big. So usually you'd serve a tartar sauce with your fish, and you would usually then serve a kind of like a cocktail sauce to go with your shrimp. I decided instead, why not just put both together, right? So it'll be kind of horseradishy, but it'll still have an element of dill, or like flavors like that. What it do? Gemini, hey, welcome. Thanks so much for joining. How are you today? Yeah, so it's going to have those kind of elements, really fresh, fragrant. It's going to have a lot of citrus, so it's just lemon concentrate mostly. Green onions are going into the fish and shrimp dip, or cocktail sauce, I guess. So I'm just right now cutting up a little bit of cucumber. That's going to go for this simple salad. The simple salad is essentially, instead of doing a coleslaw, I decided to just do a tomato, cucumber, and red onion kind of situation, just because you need something to cut this amount of deep fried food. Instead of making a coleslaw, I decided on that salad. But of course, you can do a coleslaw if you guys decided to as well. Pull the roast out from the freezer for dinner. Rotisserie in the... Ooh! Oh, you know that's going to be fire. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, so I'm just going to cut this tomato up right here. And I'm probably going to use just a little bit of that red onion. Probably, maybe a quarter of it. I don't want to make it too overwhelming. And then, of course, the lettuce for today's salad is just going to be iceberg. Just because, again, it's a good, crunchy, pretty standard, pretty base flavor. To go with the fish, because again, you kind of want to break up.
You have a meatloaf secret.
Say, do you have a meatloaf secret? That's what I'm making tonight. Oh shit. Okay. To be real, do you have like Ritz crackers? Right. If you got Ritz crackers, break those up. Boom, inside. As well as, like, remember, when it comes to meatloaf, it's all about seasoning, as well as adding in your savory components. So make sure that you, if you're going to put onions in it, dice your onions, and then give them a quick saute in the pan to bring out some caramelization. But you have a knockoff, perfect. Because really what you're looking for is like the buttery nature of the Ritz cracker to go in it. I also... controversial tomato. As well, chips like fries. Yeah, not like potato chips. I find those are just, it's a lot of crunch overall, but I do want to just do crispy fries, which are these. They're just store-bought. We have them in the freezer, got them from Costco. They'll do the job, because again, you want something to really hit when you have like that tartar sauce on the side. As well, if you're going to do your like onions, like I said, you want to saute your onions, bring out some of that caramelized flavor. Another great thing to add in when you're mixing your meatloaf is also hit it with like barbecue sauce. The Ritz crackers, or like the crackers themselves crushed up, will act as a binder when you add your eggs in. Really help give you some more extra volume on your meatloaf. Yeah, and then if you can, on top, put like, make like a brown sugar and barbecue sauce coating, like add in a splash of ketchup and mustard, right? And then you can just put a nice smear on top of that, and then when you bake it, it'll have a nice crust overall. Yeah, absolutely. Ketchup and mustard is It's pretty dank, yeah. And then the coolest thing is too is if you make your meatloaf ahead of time, if you're gonna serve it with something like mashed potatoes, do it like a really garlicky mashed potato. But do your meatloaf like more ahead of time. Then you allow the meatloaf to rest a little bit, so that once it's rested, it's stable enough that you can slice it. I recommend with doing things like meatloaf, if you have a couple shards of bacon, like slice your meatloaf to whatever thickness that you prefer, and then wrap one strip of bacon on it and then sear it in a pan. Oh man, yo, hey, stovetop stuffing mixed into the meatloaf is a fire idea, 100%, right? Because you're gonna get all those elements of both your sage, your thyme, a small hit of like your salt, pepper, bouillon mixes, all that good stuff, right? As well as if it's what do you call it? If the pieces of bread are fine enough, they'll absorb that liquid quite well. So for the salad, I got this going right here. I'm just gonna hit up a little bit of the red onion. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm thinking I'll probably just put in, yeah, like a little less than a cheek's worth in here. Yeah. Boom, just like that. Okay. Cheek isn't official. Yeah, you know it is. It's just like one small side of the vegetable. So for the red onions, I usually try not to keep ultra big pieces, but relatively, say 1/2 inch, 1 inch pieces, just so that when you do get a piece of the onion, it's not ultra like overwhelming. Okay, so I got my veg sliced, and I'm just gonna throw it to the side here. I'm just gonna go ahead with a bit of lettuce, get that out of the way. Okay, and again, I'm just using plain romaine. I'm just gonna just dice this up, give it a quick rinse, and that should be pretty much good to go. Okay, again, about a fifth, if not a sixth. Okay, this can go. So, just going to do it like that. Boom. Big time naps. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and give this a quick rinse. Always important, as I mean, if you trust your lettuce is good to go when you break it up, then yeah, just give it a small rinse, drain it off. And I always recommend get your salad kind of done, but not put together. Like get all your mise en place for your salads done at the beginning of your meal. Have them just sitting, you know what I mean? Because you can also marinate your vegetables as well if you so choose. Okay. Nice. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that lettuce sit. And then I'm gonna move on to the more like the tartar sauce.
I'm about to cook steak. Any tips for medium rare?
Medium rare, okay. If you don't know the palm method, so it's like if you went like here without squeezing, that's rare. Mid rare, medium well done, right? And if you really squeeze, boom, like right here, that should be like blue. But other than that, if you want a good medium rare, I highly recommend give it a good amount of seasoning right away. Salt, pepper, or your Montreal steak spice, anything that you want to add to it. I don't recommend like liquid spices. I usually finish your steaks with like your barbecue sauce if that's what you choose to use on it. And if you want the perfect medium rare, in all honesty, the best thing you could be using is a meat thermometer. Like just like a digital probe, stuff that you can poke in through the side, and then that'll give you the exact like 125 for your medium rare. Right on. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the sauces. I got green onions going in here right here, so I'm probably gonna add in just a touch of the red onion as well, just because I do want to have a bit of that. Again, I want to do like a hybrid between a cocktail sauce and a tartar sauce, right? So in order to achieve that, we need to, I kind of make the components for both. Okay, so I'm just going to just give this a quick small dice. And again, you don't want too much red onion if that's what you're working with. Same with shallots. You don't want too much in like your in like any mayo based or like white type sauce, because it will discolor it red as it sits. Okay, so just gonna get these out of the way, and I got the rest of this red onion right here. Okay. Boom. All right, so that's there. Then let's go ahead with like your mayonnaises and stuff here. So with this, I actually, you know what? I forgot. I'm gonna add pickles. I'm gonna add jalapenos. Okay, so the general idea behind like a tartar sauce here is that it's relatively it's kind of like hits the note of like pickles, but the pickles themselves are usually like pretty sweet on the inside. So like they're usually like garlic gherkins, or you can use the sweet pickles or sweet gherkins, which I'm using today. Franklin, hey, how are you? How's your day going? Thanks so much for joining. Which is better, red onions or shallots? To be honest, it depends on the application. If you're gonna cook more savory stuff like steaks, you're gonna cook with pork, lamb, stuff like that, I kind of do prefer a nice, I do prefer like a shallot for like more of like a sweeter flavor, whereas the red onion does have a significant of that sweetness that comes with it. But it is more, I like using a red onion as a replacement for a white onion, because I find the white onion to be a little bit more strong, like in terms of like, if some people would say it's spicy, but there's a certain type of astringency that comes with the white onion, I would say. Okay, so I'm going to go with just 4 little gherkins. Okay, nothing too crazy. And I'm going to cut them into little quarters. This is a touch tedious, but super worth doing. Okay, just like that. That, boom. And the last one. Okay. And then for this one, just give it like the finest dice that you can, I guess, because it just makes more sense. Because once this sits in the mayonnaise and juice, it'll actually help extract and become a little bit softer. So it just makes sense to be able to macerate your pickles down just a touch more. Same thing will apply to the couple pieces of jalapenos. Okay. Okay, and then I got a couple jalapenos right here. Nope, these are pickles. Where did that jar go? Ah. Okay. Dawn and Bella, hey, what's good? Welcome back. It's good to see you guys. How's your Saturday going today? I hope you're having a really good Saturday. Okay, so for this, I'm just going to add in 3 jalapenos, and then I'm also going to give a dash of the jalapeno juice just into there, just because that'll help add a little bit extra, just residual spice, but it won't be super overwhelming. I find when you add in like the jalapeno juice, it's amazing for things like if you're going to make queso or any type of cheese sauce. It's also amazing if you add it in as an addition, just a small addition to if you make mac and cheese. You can also use it in your taco seasonings, all that stuff. Okay, so just a little bit of jalapenos. Boom. Then that, and that for now. Okay, so then for mayonnaises, we're going to go ahead with, so I use equal parts, or generally equal parts. I use a little bit of QP mayo. The reason you use QP mayo is for the level of sodium that is accompanied with the MSG, right? So you want to really build that umami that's within it. You're going to just use regular mayonnaise. In this case, I'm using vegan mayonnaise because this was left over from a gig that I did last month. Okay. And then for this, I also have some horseradish. I usually use horseradish just because you can usually get it really cheap in the jar. But in this case, I just had horseradish mayonnaise. It's actually quite strong, so I'm just going to add in, yeah, that's a good amount, right? So then for the sweetness, okay, so then for sweetness factor, you're just going to use regular ketchup. Not a crazy amount. You just want to add in maybe about a tablespoon's worth. That's there, and you want to offset it. So you have all your super savory, super umami-based and salty flavors in there. You want to offset it now with just a little bit of lemon. So I'm just using a little bit of lemon concentrate. Okay. Use this. Okay, and then just give it a quick mix, and you pretty much have now a hybrid between tartar sauce and cocktail sauce, like that. So yeah, consistency is really good. Good amount of dill flavor because of the pickles. Good amount of green onion for the freshness, and also all the other flavor components that are just mostly just like, what do you call it? Mostly just aiolis. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm actually gonna leave this in the fridge. Let that set up. All right, so now I got my salad ready. I got my, what do you call it? Sauces kind of ready. I'm going to go ahead and start on just stuff for the dessert. So when it comes to the dessert, like I said, I'm going to be doing an apple cheesecake, spring roll. But we're also going to be hitting it with a little bit of caramel sauce. Slade, hey, what's good, dude? How are you today? Thanks so much for joining. Right on. Okay, so for this, we're just going to go ahead and hit, I'm probably going to end up just doing like 3 or 4 spring rolls, just because it's me and my partner here today. The little one is at her grandparents', so we just out here just chilling. What are your questions, Shannon? Is ketchup a smoothie? That's your question? It's, if anything, it's more like a tomato-based emulsion. Or no, if anything, it's like more like a reduction, actually. It's like a thickened reduction. A smoothie, I think, because it's still pureed. Now I'm conflicted. Thanks. All right, so I'm going to do about 4. Yeah, I'm going to go with 4 spring roll wraps right here. Nothing too crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and tuck that in there. Right on, dudes. Yo, hey, and if anybody is new here, or if you guys got a quick second, go ahead, keep hitting that like button for me. Again, it helps me in the algorithm, helps me find more people like yourselves. Get me in front of different eyes, people that are also interested in food culture, all that good stuff. Leisha, hey, you made it. Good to see you. How are you today? Okay, so when it comes to doing spring rolls, again, the best rule of thumb when doing anything that involves spring roll wraps is to pre-peel them ahead of time. I find that you just kind of get bogged down trying to stuff them and roll them and peel them one at a time. So when it comes to doing stuff like this, it's always good to get ahead on your pre-prep. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Yeah, it's a pretty mellow day here today. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and peel these back. This is probably the most boring part, aside from rolling. Right on. There's 1, 2. Okay, and then after this, I'm just going to roll it up. I'm going to get them onto a small plate just so I can get them the seal resting. And then we're going to go ahead and work on the dredge for the universal dredge for the shrimp and for the fish. And then we'll pretty much be into deep frying. Yeah, Alicia, what do you got for dinner? I see that in the chat we have somebody with a roast, right? So everybody just is mostly prepping dinner while they're watching this live, which I really love. Okay, so for this bad boy here, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get the spring rolls rolled. But I'm going to, so I have a little bit of this cheesecake that's been chopped up into sticks. I'm gonna go ahead, lay one down just like that. There we go. I got a little bit of liquid caramel sauce, which I'm going to use as my internal binder. Okay, so I'm just going to get a quick hit of that going. Okay. And then, like I said earlier, we had like a couple of these McDonald's apple pies, which I really love because I used to order a product like this when I was working at a retirement home. You can get a box of 100 of these for pretty cheap. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go ahead and roll it into the spring rolls because that's hilarious. Just like that. Boom. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit it again with the caramel. Just because, again, when this sets and when it does fry, it will soften the apple pie and partially melt the cheesecake. But that caramel is going to help it become more of like, what do you call it? Like more of a lump, if you will, on the inside of the roll. So, boom, just like that. Cool. And then, of course, you could, if you wanted to, roll it twice. I mean, because then it will guarantee more of a seal. So what I'm doing is I'm just hitting it with just a little bit of water on the edge, right? And that's what gives you that nice, perfect seal. Okay. So I'm going to go with, I'll go with a couple more. That, yeah. Boom. Okay, just like there. Go like that. Okay, grease it up. I kind of feel like I want to add something extra to that. I don't know what. Say again?
Is it store bites?
Yeah. Just because we like caramel around here.
And we have some.
And we have it. I'm going to put some score bites in there. You're welcome, Lynn. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and give that a quick roll up as well. Right? Again, always try to pull back the wrap just a little bit, but without tearing it, right? Give that a quick roll through. Bam, right there. Okay, just cover that edge with a hit of water. Like that. Mariana, hey, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you being here. How are you today? Right on, cool. So, bam, just like that. We'll end up doing, I have enough for one more. So I'm gonna make that the thickest one. Boom. That. These guys right there. Boom. Oh, thanks so much for the heart me, man. I really appreciate you for doing that. Slade, hey, thanks, dude. Appreciate it, bro. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead, lube that thing up. Add a couple of these score bits, okay, into there. Boom, just like that. Barts. Right, I don't know how those score bits are going to do, but my opinion is they probably are going to melt just a little bit, which is awesome. So you hopefully, when it cools down, it gives you like a crunchy kind of texture. Okay, so there we go. Gonna hit the corner with a bit of that water, moisten up the corner. Get that going, and good to go. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and let these rest out for a second because I do like my spring rolls to get a touch drier. Just because... bam. Yeah, just because I find when they're fresh, they will lose their seal really easily. Yeah, right on. Yeah, and a quick reminder, yeah, everybody that is choosing to gift, I appreciate you guys for doing so. But again, the highest gifter on my Saturdays will get to choose what we are eating for the next Saturday or the next Friday stream. Yeah, Nanners lives here, so she doesn't get to count. All right, so that's good. So that's on the go right now. So when it comes to the dredge, what I prefer to do, again, is I go with cornstarch. There you are. I go with a hit of cornstarch, and then I also use potato starch as well. Okay, because in this case, you don't want super ultra thick, for me at least, for today, I don't really want like the thickest dredge, just because I really want it to not be super bready. Okay, so I'm just going to add in my potato starch. This will add that little extra crisp. As well, for a lot of people, they'll always add in things like beer, or because again, that's a beer batter, or you're going to do something of the nature of like tempura. Tempura still uses quite a bit of seltzer water, so that's how you're going to get like a good amount of air into your batters. In this case, I'm actually using baking powder, and I'm going to use egg whites. Cowboy hat. Hey, that's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. That's so funny. Oh man, Lisa with the hat and mustache. I appreciate you for that. All right, so I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to hit with, there's baking powder in there. I'm going to hit with 1 egg white. Okay, so you're going to just give it a quick crack. And this method I like, since I washed my hands at the beginning of the stream. Okay, it's easier to just get the egg white through your fingers. I know a lot of people that use the shell method. I find that every so often you'll always end up breaking your yolk into into your mix, and that is usually no bueno. But if it's for a dredge or like a batter, it's not so bad. It's just that I prefer in this case trying to keep as much of the fat out of the dredge itself. Harness the solar energy off the dome. Hey, thanks. Yeah, the haircut is straight up because I couldn't handle having hair anymore, because no. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead. Now with this, I'm just going to add in cold water. Cold water is essential in this case because, again, with potato starch and with cornstarch, you do want to use cold ingredient usually, just because when it blooms, it if you use warm water, it'll start to then thicken and coagulate, and you want to prevent that by using a cold liquid. So you're now just making at this point a nice like slurry. Okay, and you do kind of want to get it to just a thin, kind of a thin batter point. This will work. Okay. So again, I'm just going to mix it in. And the real secret here is to just try to break up the egg white into your batter mix. And then, of course, add in as much water as you need to while creating this mix. Okay? Okay, so now I got a good thick slurry. I'm just going to now thin it down. Okay? It's like that. And again, it's a fine balance, right? Because the second you go over, in terms of the water, it will get a little bit too thin, right? In this case, I might have gone over, so now I'm just going to add in just a touch more potato starch. Okay, there we go. Boom. That. Okay, just enough to like just help re-thicken it. And again, when it comes to potato starch, it is generally very good at blooming, so it actually thickens quite well, better than cornstarch in my opinion. Cool. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the texture we're looking for, right? Almost like a crepe batter, right? And that baking powder itself is going to help it, what do you call it? Give it more leavening, so it's going to create like an airier crust around the meat while it finishes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, let this sit for a second. Okay, because again, with batters, you do kind of want to let it rest up for a second and allow itself to create gluten. Hey, Craig, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Fluoride. I'm actually not quite sure. Judy, thanks so much for the follow. Why rest the batters? Because it's right now developed a lot of that gluten pattern, and then what you want to do is just allow that to then dissipate. You won't get rid of the gluten. What I'm saying is it's like bread, where you then just let it rest, and then it'll start to thicken with that baking powder.
I think ours has fluoride in it as well.
Does Calgary have fluoride?
I think so.
Yeah, I would think so too. I haven't heard about them taking it fluoride out of our water, but I might be mistaken. I'm not really.
And we live in an older home, so you can actually taste the pipes in a lot of our water. So like a water filter system on a sink will kind of take a lot of that out.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, we do have an older house, so you can taste the pipes just a little bit on our water. But we live in Canada, so at least we can drink the water that we got here, at least inside the city. Awesome. Thanks so much, guys, for liking the live. If you guys are new here, I appreciate you guys for being here. If you guys can, hit that like button as much as you can for me. Again, it helps me in the algorithm, helps me find like-minded people like yourselves. The people that want to talk about food culture, recipes, recipe ideas, restaurant culture, chefs, all that good stuff. As well, if you guys can, most likely, if you guys are watching, if you share this live stream, most likely you know somebody that will also enjoy the stream as well. For the sourdough, use filtered. Hey, right on. Yeah, because I'll be real, because it's like the similar thing with like people that say bagels only in New York taste the way they do because of the water. Okay, so I'm gonna dump that guy into here. Boom. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drain off my lettuce that I have here. Those are nice and crisp. Cool. And then for the fish, so now I'm going to just yeah, this will work. So for the fish, I'm also going to use just a small hit of baking powder, cornstarch. Okay, just on a plate, because this will get me just like a light dredging without having to toss it into a bowl. So that will help prevent caking on your ingredient. Okay, cool. So then again, give that just a quick smush around. And then I think what I do want to add to it is I have a little bit, unless I used it all, I have a little bit of this garlic powder or garlic salt. So the inside will at least remain seasoned. You don't need a crazy amount, just enough to add a kind of salty savory mix. Here it is. And then I'm going to add in just a small hint of Chinese 5-spice, just because I do want to have just a little element of extra seasoning. Nice. Yeah, but you don't want a crazy amount of this, especially if you're doing like just like a regular fish and chips. I just want like just a small dash. That's it. Less than a sneeze. Okay, give that a quick mix in. All right, just like that. Boom. Cool. Okay, so then, actually, before I get to doing any of the other stuff, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare a couple of the. What are the 5 spices? I'm actually not quite sure. She out here with her hard-hitting questions. Okay, so the 5 spices for Chinese 5 spices is star anise, fennel seed, cinnamon, and Szechuan peppercorns, and cloves. Which is awesome for like anything Asian based, you know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff is just Hey, Don and Bell, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I'm out here just to try to make sure that people get their food game up as much as humanly possible, you know? Again, guys, if you have any questions, comments, in terms of things like food, you have recipe ideas, recipe questions, you're on a recipe that you really want to do, you don't know how to do it, hit me with those questions in the comment section below. I'll be glad to answer any of those. Tanya, hey, thank you so much for the heart, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, how you doing today, by the way? I hope you're having a really good Saturday. And thanks so much for the rose. Man, all the roses. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to process just a couple of these shrimps, done more so they stand. So when it comes to doing that, what you usually do, again, these shrimps have been cleaned and deveined, so like they've had the backs cut out. I took out all the extra vein that's there and gave them a quick rinse. So now in this case, you're going to prepare them, or I'm going to prepare them in a way that's more like a tempura style. So I'm going to cut the front vein just enough. Right, this is how they do in like ramen or like sushi restaurants, just enough so that when you splay it out, it splays and it holds its shape. Okay, so that I can then take a skewer, and then I'm going to go ahead and skewer through the back, right, and almost all the way down. What this does is that when I hit it into the dredge, I can then dredge it really, really cleanly, and then it'll sit on the plate nice and flat, almost like tempura. Okay, so in this case, I'm just gonna throw them right there. I'm gonna just do it to a few, right, because I do want to have like a different amount of I love the curl on shrimp as well, right? That's something I grew up with, really generally rustic. Okay, I'm just gonna puncture there, boom. But in this case, it's good to actually show you guys just other options. Again, if you guys do sushi at home as well, if you want to do like a California roll or anything that involves like a hit of the shrimp, right? This is the easiest way to guarantee that you have like a straight through, it's all the way through shrimp, so that when you roll it, you don't have to like uncurl the shrimp during that process. It's already done for you. Pokey poke the shrimp, yep. Okay, so I'm gonna go like that, boom, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do maybe just another few. Okay, I gotta break that. There we go. Okay, boom. And I'll do one more. Why not? Cool. Yeah. So, what's everyone's plans for Kelly Turnbull? Hey, how are you? Welcome to the live. Thanks so much for joining. I appreciate it. It's good to see you. Hope all is well out there. I know you guys got, I've been looking at the news. You guys kind of got bombarded with a little bit of snow. So, hope all is good. You guys are getting around okay? Right, then skewer this guy right here. Boom. Okay, so I might just do a quick trial just to make sure my batter is good to go. So I'm going to try it on this shrimp right here. Okay, cool. So when it comes to doing your dredge, just what you want again is a light dredge. You don't want it to be too crazy. So what I like to do is I'll just give it a quick dip, right? Just a nice easy dip around. If it doesn't coat all of it, that's fine, as long as it generally has it on top. Then you're going to take this, give that, oh yeah, that's nice, right? So then it coats, right? And if you notice with the the batter itself as well. It's very bubbly because again, that comes from the baking powder, right? So the way to send it in is always down, then up. The rest will residual down, right? And then you're just going to go ahead, give it a quick swirl in the thing, let it go. And once you have that base formed, it should then start floating. Another trick that I learned from when I opened a Japanese restaurant is that, right, if you use your fingers or you use your chopsticks, you can actually do the tempura thing and then just give it a couple just small spritzes of the batter itself. And that's what gets you that really crunchy tempura texture, especially for things like your sushi or anything like that. Okay, so this should only take maybe 60 seconds to 90 seconds at most. Sweet. Yeah, dude. Yeah, so what you're also looking for is that, again, since the dredge itself wasn't super thick, it should be nice. You should get a nice, thin, airy, but very crispy crust on the outside. Yeah, the crumbles are like literally the best part. That's one of the things I love is when they on your sushi they'll like put the like the sweet soy sauce and the volcano sauce, but then they'll finish it with like all the crumb from like the panko breading that's been in the fryer. It's got to be one of my favorite things, especially as sushi. Okay, so again, you don't want to overcook your shrimp, right? Because if it's defrosted and ready to go, your shrimp should now be ready. Okay, so that is the end result. Right, so again, you have this really crispy, airy crust on the outside. Right, you can hear it. Actually, let me turn that off real quick. Right? Really nice, dense crust to it. But it's not like dense as in like a beer batter. So again, like what you're looking for is that thin, you can still see the shrimp kind of coming through. And that's kind of what you expect with the fish as well. Okay? So you just go ahead and what I like to do is, again, I'll actually just pull the tail, boom, and then just going to pull the skewer out with a small twist. Right? That. Right? So now you have like your shrimp. It should be able to hold its shape, all that good stuff. And while it rests, it'll completely finish cooking. Okay? So, that's on deck. Say again? Lucian, you're back. Hey, good to see you, brother. Making potato garlic flakes and powder this weekend. The root cellar has some spoilers. Nice, dude. Right on. Yeah, just pull off like the black eyes and then fucking dehydrate that shit down. Awesome. Absolutely. Too much work to leave them rotting away. Exactly. Yeah, for sure, dude. Because if you let like your cellar kind of just build up with all that shit on the inside, it's just more work in the summertime to get it out of there. You know what I'm saying? Right on. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with because the shrimp won't take too much time as is. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna go ahead and start with all the fish. Then I'm gonna do my salad. I'm gonna start with my fish. Let them finish here, then start with my fries, get that going. While the fries are going, I'm gonna go ahead and plate my salad, and then I will get on to desserts. Hey, Kays, thanks so much for the cloud bread and the fire. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Right on, guys. And again, if you guys have a quick second, go ahead, hit that like for me as many times as you can. I'm trying to get up on my algorithm. Helps me find more like-minded people that love talking about food, food culture, all that good stuff, okay? And if you guys also get a chance, hit that share button, because most likely if you're here, you know at least one other person that will be here as well. Oh, the garden work, yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead with the fish. And again, I went ahead and when this is more like fresh frozen, because we're in Alberta. Again, it's nice, it's thin. This won't take any time to actually cook off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give it a quick dredging. Right, I'm gonna just go ahead and try this out in the batter. Right, nice and thin. Right, when it comes to this kind of dredge, you obviously can't turn it upside down. So what I do is I just kind of just pat off what I can, right? Give it a swirl inside the pot, let it go, right? And then if you guys get a chance to hit that with just a little bit of the pan of the threading as well. Let that go until you get some color. Cool. So it looks like everything else will cook up pretty good as is. Bunch of corn back after harvesting. Nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, do you have a big garden space? Are you on a farm? All right, just like that. Cool. Yeah, so now the fish itself, since it's so thin, you're starting to get a really great amount of like bubbling and air in between the fish and the breading, so that when you dip it through, it'll be nice, it'll be crunchy, just like a chip meets tempura type texture, which I think is going to be awesome. Cool. Yeah, and we're starting to get a little bit of color, because again, the fish itself, it's not super thick, so this will only take a few more seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and get a few more pieces ready while I'm just here. Okay. Dust off one of the pieces onto the other, do that thing, throw it into the breading. I'm gonna head out. Hey, Slade, thanks so much. I'm not live tomorrow, but I will be live back on Tuesday, sir. All right, so whatever you're up to tonight, I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday, and hopefully I'll see you on Tuesday. Cheers, bro. Have a good one. All right. So again, check that out. Right? Good amount of thickness, but you can see how airy it is. Like, it's starting to get really nice and puffy. You can still see a lot of fish content, but the one side is super airy, super thick, but it's not doughy. So that's kind of the texture you're going for. And I will be dropping in the next couple pieces of fish. All right, drag it through, or you can give it a quick wave through. By doing the wave through method, what's awesome about it is that it also creates like this kind of like natural buoy that actually keeps the one side floating, right? Which is dope. So I always try to maintain that, but also it really helps with breaking up the batter as well. Yeah, and the color I think is actually quite nice. Again, you can use any type of oil, used or not. Just work with what you have. But if you got new oil, it's a really pretty good product. It's a pretty crazy, nice quality product. So I'm gonna do another, I'm gonna say just another 2 more pieces of fish, and then I'm gonna reserve the rest for probably like a noodle dish, I think. All right. Boom. Yep. Yep. Okay. Pat the fish dry on the other one. Boom. So throw that in with my dredge. What type of oil am I using? I'm just using 100% canola oil. It was like the cheapest of the oils that I could find. Okay. Nice. I got my fish just kind of sitting. Okay, I'm gonna pull that next batch of a couple fish out in the next second here. Oh yeah. Yeah. By agitating the actual fish itself, it helped really create a good airy coating on the inside of the batter during the frying process. Peanut oil is pretty good, except right now where we are, at least, it's peanut oil is going for a hella premium for no reason. Cool. Angela, yes, I did cut my hair. Just because it is starting to... I was planning on cutting my hair pretty much as the cold weather stopped. And then it started becoming like hella warm for no reason, like super warm. And I was like, I can't take this because having hair is dope, but I just can't do it. So check that out. So I gave it an agitation. But you see that? That bubble? Isn't that, look at that. It's crunchy, it's airy, and there's a good amount of space in between the meat and the crust, right? Like that as well right there. Really awesome, right? And you can actually hear it, like it's, right? Really good amount of crust to it. So I'm gonna go in with my other 2 pieces of fish, and then I'm gonna finish with the other couple pieces of shrimp. Okay, just gonna redistribute some of the starch that's in there. Cool. Okay, and then I'm gonna go with the shrimps. Hell yeah. Okay, so shrimps that have been skewered go in. Boom. Boom. Got a few more. And then I'm probably gonna just do a couple more of those extra shrimps that are just kind of there, just on their own. Okay, where's that? Tongs. All right. So those are on the go right there. Boom. Nice. Nice. Yeah, those are moving around real good. Nice. Right, and as usual, if you're going to do it like tempura, just give it a quick couple of splashes in. On top of that. So nice. Yep, nice. Gonna get that nice crust on it. That's got a nice crust. Perfect. Oh. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead with a few more shrimps, and then I'm gonna go to at any restaurant. Yo, it depends on where I am, but if I'm ever anywhere that's near the ocean, fish and chips is like, fried fish is 100%. If I'm going to be near. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the comments. Yeah. Actually, that's pretty much true for both of us. The steak sandwich, but not like an actual sandwich. In Alberta, we have like an open-faced. What do you call it? We have that. Yeah, it's like an open-faced garlic bread with like a 6-ounce steak on top of it. And that's what we call here a steak sandwich, apparently. Okay. And I'm gonna throw this bad boy in as well. Yeah. Right on, dude. Woof. Okay, so these coming out real nice. So these are nice and crusty. There's wicked kind of a coating onto it too, right? So again, when you hit it with that extra bit of breading or that extra bit of dredge, you end up with like super thick, crusty bits.
Someone asked what you did your batter, they missed the recipe.
Okay, so the batter essentially is the one I use. I try not to use flour. But in the batter, it's really simply just equal parts cornstarch and potato starch. Then I've added about a tablespoon of baking powder. Halibut, oh, it's so good. Oh yeah. And then so baking powder, and then I added an egg white. And then you can just go ahead season as you would. Right, but those are the essential components of creating a really airy batter for anything. Right, you can also use this for other things, beef, pork, essentially. Right, I really love it for fish, just because again, if you're going to make something like tempura, generally speaking, it's a really good hack recipe to dupe tempura without having to add in any extra like seltzer or anything like that. Cool. Oh yeah, you definitely gained some volume on that shrimp. Boom. All right, so now I got that on the go. I'm just going to clear my station just a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead with my fries down.
Danny asked, "You look familiar. Were you on TV?"
Do I look?
Chopped Canada.
Say again?
He was thinking you were in Chopped Canada, and I said you were in the background of the
Yes, it's actually kind of funny. Yeah, I was technically on television a few times. Open hot hamburger for dinner. Oh, it sounds so good. You have a little extra gravy on that? And Jesse, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Danny, so yeah, I was technically in the background of like an episode of Chopped. I didn't actually compete. It was a coworker of mine. He failed miserably because he lacked the skills to be able to make just appetizers. Not to throw shade or anything. As well as you might have seen me if you watch like the Canadian television show To Serve and Protect. I was in the background of that. I mean, I've done like breakfast television again, like way back in the day, for my restaurants with my bands, all that stuff.
We did that short film.
Oh yeah, and me and my wife were in a short film that was on Space Channel, like back, when was that? That was like 10 years ago.
2010 probably.
Yeah, so like 13 years ago. Keeping in mind though, I look like a lot of other relatively bald Filipino men on television. Great halibut or coho is a staple in your kitchen? Yeah, dude. Coho is a really nice fish, and I love halibut just because it's a very meaty fish. It's very forgiving overall. It's one of those fishes that I really love frying or pan searing, which is really amazing. Okay, let's gonna move this stuff here. Okay, just gonna put that there, that there. Give that a quick wipe.
Have great energy.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. I try to keep the energy up in here. As much as humanly possible, at least. Space, a cop, chef. No, I wasn't a cop. I was it was a show in Red Deer with a band called Les Tabernacle or Led Tabernacle. And then like the RCMP broke it up, so you can see me and a homie like in the back. We had nowhere to go. It was in the back of a church, and like you were in Red Deer in like the early 2000s. So I mean, like there was nowhere to go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw my fish in. Boom. Or not my fish, my fries. Fish is now resting and sitting. If I need to do a double fry on it, I will. But from the looks of it, it's still maintaining a good crisp, right? It's now starting to become just a touch soft. So I think once the fries come out, I'm just going to get a refry just really quickly to get the crisp back, because again, when it comes to deep frying anything, I do believe in the double blanch method. With a smashed salt and vinegar chips coating. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. You know, you're 100% my style. Kays, thanks so much for the whipped coffee. Thanks so much for that. I appreciate it. I believe that's, what's that called? Dalgona coffee. It was massive. I think even Shannon made it during the pandemic.
Sure did. That's why we have the little profit.
Yeah, yeah. Best in a cast iron pan, peanut oil. Yeah, dude. Yeah, and I do love peanut oil, but unfortunately, like, yeah, it's going for a premium right now. So I just want to keep my expenses down as much as humanly possible. But I do enjoy that kind of stuff 100%. So where am I at now? That's on the go there. And I just need a small whipping container. There we go. Well, yeah, this will work. Okay, so for the dressing for the salad, I really wanted to keep it relatively simple. So in this case, I'm just going to use a small touch of honey. Okay, just as a base for that. Because again, I just want it to be like sweet and more or less savory. So I think I'm just going to do like a really sweet, sweet sesame kind of dressing. Easy. All right, there. I'm gonna grab just a touch of dark sesame oil, just like that. For the acidity, I'm just going to use, again, a little bit of lemon juice, because again, lemons and lettuce is such a nice, easy combination. Where did I put you? Okay, I'm gonna do a small hit of garlic hoisin. Nice. Oh, and just a small hit of mustard. Okay, and then to kind of bring everything together, when it's used. Kays, thanks so much for the fire. Okay, just a small dash of by the pail. Yeah, I gotta find some local honeys. Okay. That does it, yeah. I've actually I haven't touched base with those people. Okay, so then we got the good amount of citrusiness here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a quick blend. Where'd that blending attachment go? Do. Classic. Here's the top for it. And there it is. And the attachment. Boom. Okay, so again for this, just keep it nice and easy. I'm just using a bit of, what do you call it? Just a little bit of honey, mustard, sesame oil, and lemon juice. Just again, it's going to be more like a, what do you call it? Like a honey mustard and sesame kind of flavor. Really easy, really simple. Right, but this will help really boast the flavor of just that nice side salad. All right. Okay, so that's what you're ending up with. Really nice, simple emulsion, but nice and sweet. Just gonna give everything just a quick rinse here. All right. Here we go. So the fries are actually starting to come up really nicely. Since again, these are coated, like the store-bought coated fries, which I really deeply love because they're the Cavendish potato fries. These will just take a few minutes to come to a full crisp. Once I pull them, we're gonna go ahead and just give these guys a quick blanch on high, just to get that outside water, just kind of like the leftover stuff, just cooked out, so that it crisps up really, really well. And then we're gonna go ahead with the serving. So for the time being, I'm gonna go ahead with some salad here. Okay. And again, this is just a small side salad because it's you don't want to overfill the plate. There's already so much going on that it's going to be like ridiculous. Oh, thanks for the heart. And Mackenzie, thanks so much for the follow. J Noir Gates, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, you guys. And anybody that's in here, if you guys have a quick chance, hit that like button and hit that share button for me. Again, that kind of stuff helps me out in the algorithm, helps me find other like-minded people like yourselves who want to talk about food, recipes, food culture, stuff like that. And if you guys have any questions regarding food or recipes, or you want to talk about anything regarding restaurants, anything like that, just go ahead, leave those questions in the comment section below. That'll be muchly appreciated. Right on. So I'm just going ahead, and this salad's just going to get a quick toss, right, just like that. Okay, I'm going to hit it with just a little bit of this dressing, okay, just like that. And as an addition to this, what I really wanted was something a little bit more on the crunchier side. So I picked up, it's a type of trail mix that doesn't have any chocolate in it, which I really find nice because this is a perfect addition to a salad, because it does have like things like pumpkin seed, sunflower seed, all that extra good stuff, and it's already been roasted and salted. So it does have like a bit of peanuts, almonds, raisins, all that good stuff. So that's a hell of a lot of raisins on this though. I don't want that. Add those in. All right, I want the small bits at the bottom. There you go. Boom. Okay, so again, that's like kind of the stuff that comes in it, right? Almost like bird seed, different way, right? Okay, fries are almost done. Gonna add a little bit of that crunch to it. Boom. Give that a toss. Nice. Yeah, you can smell a little bit hit of that mustard, right? A lot of good nutty fragrances, which is like the sesame seeds, the peanuts. Awesome. Yeah, fries are almost there as well. Perfect. That can go, that can go. Okay. So now for the plating, I'm just gonna go ahead, pull all the fries into here, let it drain. And then I'm going to go ahead with plating the fish and chips with the side salad and a little bit of the the sauce. Okay, so I got this right here. I'm going to go ahead and pull all the fries out right now. Actually, I'm just going to use like big ass tongs. What happened? What'd I miss? Caw, I'm a bird. Cynthia, hey, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the live. Right on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. These are now getting a nice golden brown color. Right? The outsides you can feel are nice and crisp, all that good stuff. Boom. Boom. Nelson, hey, just chilling, dude. Just finishing up on some dinner. Gonna start some desserts really quickly here. How are you today? I hope your Saturday's doing really well. All right, so I'm pulling all the fries. Boom, just like that. Okay, I'm gonna boost up my heat to about a 6.5. What this will do is when I put the shrimp, couple shrimp pieces, couple of the fish pieces in. It'll give me that really instant sear on the outside of the crust, right? By doing that, it guarantees that I can get a good crispiness immediately without overcooking the internal temperature or bringing up the internal temperature of the fish and shrimps. Okay, so in the plate, I'm just going to go ahead with a hit of the salad, right? Nothing too crazy, because again, you do want a good amount of color on the plate, if at all possible. Cool. Hey, Kay, thanks so much again for the roses. I appreciate you. Nice, and thanks again for the hearts and the likes, guys. I really appreciate you guys for doing that. Trying to get my likes up as much as humanly possible, because again, adding those likes on really helps me in the algorithm, and again, it helps me find other like-minded people, so we can go ahead and continue building this great community of people. Okay, there. So now I got my oil up, looking at just maybe about 60 more seconds. I'm going to go ahead with a bit of the fries to accompany that salad. Just like that. Okay. Get a nice build on it. And you know what I do need? I don't know if I have any of those on me right now. Damn. Like a little ramekin. Let's take a gander. Not these ones. Not these ones. Oh, if not, that's okay. I'll put the sauce on the plate. Okay, like that. Just test the waters real quick. Okay, not just yet. Okay, let's see here. This fried fish would be awesome on a sourdough bun with coleslaw. Oh, you know it would be. And you get it with like a hit of like hot sauce. Boom. Yeah, I love coleslaw. And then you crush up chips on top of that too, like hickory sticks and stuff, which I think would be fire. Kelly, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for showing up too, because again, without you guys, we wouldn't be doing this. You know what I'm saying? Make some sourdough. Yeah, dude. We get some starter, because I know my sister does sourdough with red pepper jelly. Nice. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's definitely coming up to tip, so I'm just going to go ahead and dip the fish down to get that extra little bit of crisp on it last minute. I'm going to go ahead with the extra couple pieces of shrimp. Do a couple curved ones. Boom. Boom. All right. Oh yeah, definitely cooking out all the rest of that residual water, which is really, really nice. Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and pull the the tartar sauce. All right. The tartar sauce has now had a chance to sit and cool off. So now it's got a little bit denser. It's nice and thick. This will be a nice addition on the plates. Right on. Okay, that's exactly what we're looking for. Just drain off the excess Say again?
Sage and Scarlett and Chef Nate.
Didn't know you turned into deep fryer ASMR channel. Hey, it's good to see you, Chef Nate. I appreciate you for being here, brother. All right, so I got some nice color to finish off those pieces of fish. I'm gonna let them cool down and drain. Sage, oh man, Sage and Scarlett, thank you so much again. I appreciate you guys for always rolling through. I appreciate all of you, like day one type people have always been here to support me. I really appreciate it. And Case, thanks again. Oh, for the team bracelet and for the heart. That's so awesome. Miss Jen, the batter is a mixture. It's like a equal parts cornstarch, potato starch, and then it's about a tablespoon of baking powder and 1 egg white, all kind of whipped together. And then you kind of just add water to help thin it down into a really, really great consistency, more like a crepe batter consistency. Not like a beer batter where it's super like doughy and thick. You have something that's a little bit thinner so that it at least coats the side, and then when you throw it in, it then poofs, and it gives you this gorgeous, nice, nice, good, crispy kind of texture. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate this guy up right now. All right, so I got some of my salmon, no, not my salmon, my sole. It's right there. Boom. Some of that scrimp.
Will this be posted to YouTube as well? Kelly's asking.
Yes. So again, if you go to my page, look down in my bio, you'll see like my Instagram kind of link. But if you click it, underneath that, there'll also be my YouTube page, which I did drop last week. So anybody that does miss, Jen, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So anybody that does miss any of the lives or wants to recreate any of the recipes that I have on here or the stuff that I've cooked, you can go ahead recheck those on the YouTube page as well. If you guys do go over to the YouTube page, hit that subscribe button for me. It would really help me a lot to get that going as well. Yes, Kelly, I did see you. I think you're my 1 subscriber right now. But yes, it will be posted. I just have to download this episode, get it up there later tonight, and it should be good to go. Okay, so what I got here is the finished. So it's a side salad, nice crispy coated battered fries. You have your shrimp, tempura coated ish, and then you also have your nice thin but very crispy sole on the outside, just like that. Okay, and then on the side of that, I'm just going to go ahead and give a liberal serving of my cocktail / tartar sauce hybrid. Okay, so sloppy, dirty, dank, just amazing. This is nap time city and a half. But if you give me 1 second, my wife has been waiting, so I have to just give her this. All right. You had a question. Avocado potato salad. Yes, I have. I love it. I also love it if you add if you do the components of like a hot potato salad, like a bacon warm potato salad with avocado. Just amazing. Like it's creamy. It's slightly warm. It's delicious. You can also put in some like pickled eggs or like just regular boiled cold eggs into it. Awesome. Nate, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. Okay. And then, guys, now we're on the home stretch. I'm going to go ahead and finish off with the apple cheesecake spring roll. All right. The steak turned out good.
You ever deep fry striped bass?
Deep fry striped bass. I want to say yes, but I don't recall. Okay, so again, I'm going to go ahead and throw this in. I just killed my heat just a little bit because I'm starting to get a bit of scorching. So to prevent that from burning through, you need a napkin. So to prevent it from burning through, I just turned off the heat just a little bit, let it cool down, and I'm just going to go ahead into the pot, kind of just as it's cooling down. Boom, just like that. Kays, thanks so much for the roses again. Oh man, I appreciate you. And again, guys, thank you again for showing up and supporting me week to week, day to day. You know what I mean? It really does mean a lot to me that you guys keep coming back and supporting this channel. I really do appreciate it. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna give that guy just a quick turn. Woof. Oh yeah. Starting to break on the side. I gotta pull that real quick. Okay, so before it melts that cheesecake into oblivion, I'm gonna pull that. Because again, that caramel sauce really does the trick. You can see that there's ripples from the what do you call it? The score bar kind of leaking through, which is hilarious. So, but you can also smell like it's kind of like a charred caramel smell, which is like hilarious. Fried rice rolls, oh yeah, dude. I really want to do like a ginger beef and fried rice spring roll, which I think would be just absolutely hilarious. Halibut, nice firm meat. Oh yeah, you know that's gonna be fire. How's Nanners? How are you, Nanners?
I'm pretty good.
You doing good? Okay, so we got that nice, gorgeous spring roll. Had a chance to sit, and the what do you call it? The cheesecake is now kind of less defrosted, right? Which is awesome. You can still see there's a good amount of, like, you can tell some of the sugar leaked out for sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead with the plating. Okay, in this case, you kind of need just a serrated, like a steak knife or a bread knife to kind of make sure that you don't crush the texture of this. Oh my god. Okay. So on the plate, boom, just going to hit with just a touch more caramel as usual, because you guys know what I do. Okay, so I'm just going to give this just a quick, small, easy smush, and look at that. Look at that. Right? That's that cheesecake. That's the caramel inside's melted, right? Oh yeah. The apple on the inside is nice and warm, outside super crisp. Okay, just like that. Okay, then all I'm going to do is I'm going to give it just a quick hit of powdered sugar. Okay, just like that. On the plate. And here we go. Right, so that right now I bought like a it was like a double type of cheesecake. So it was a chocolate and New York cheesecake kind of layered on top of each other. I chopped up a little bit of the McDonald's apple pie to go inside of it, and then I hit it with a very generous amount of just caramel sauce. Okay. So yeah, crispy outside. I finished with just a little bit of caramel again on the plate, a little bit of powdered sugar on the plate as well. And this right here is good to serve. I'll be right back. Yeah. All right, so I think we are up at the time, guys. Again, just a quick reminder, if you haven't already, anybody that's here, hit that follow button. It'd be muchly appreciated. Get those likes up as well. I will, as usual, be posting video and photos of the final dishes of every live that I do. Just wait to maybe a couple hours. I usually unwind after these lives, and I will be going ahead and posting up. Hey, I appreciate you for that. Yo, 20,000 likes. I really appreciate you guys for doing that. Vanilla Greek yogurt would go well with your cheesecake. In my opinion, what would be awesome is you do a salted caramel and vanilla Greek yogurt, like just like swirl, and then you use that for dipping. I think that would be so fire. But yeah, I will be posting videos of the final product again later tonight. If you guys have any questions on how I made anything, have need suggestions or advice on anything food related, by all means hit me in the DMs. I will always try to get back to you guys as soon as humanly possible. You're at 20K. Nate, man, you fucking gangster, dude. Oh my God. Thanks so much for that. Yeah, and then if you guys can, go to my page, check it out. I have the Instagram link there, but in that Instagram link, you can click it. It'll also go to my YouTube page. So if you guys want to have a rewatch of any of these lives, if there's recipes that you just missed or trying to find out what I was doing in those lives, just go ahead. You can find them on the YouTube thing. And if you are there, please do hit the subscribe button. Kays, thanks so much for the fire. Oh man, I appreciate you doing that, man. What a gangster. Bear Ray, hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys for being here. I really do. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you guys have been showing off a lot of love. Hey, Chef Nate, thanks for the fucking gifts, dude. Little tiny dinosaur. You gave me some bubble tea. Oh, I love that. Yo, I had bubble tea the other day there. Fire. I don't often have it myself. I usually get it for my little girl. I always forget how much I love it. But yeah, dudes, I'm coming up on the end of the segment hour here. So again, guys, thank you so much. Again, I'll be back. I'm on live Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Maybe not next week. I will probably be on the Friday as opposed to the Saturday, just because I'm filming. I'm doing sound for a guy's short film. So I think Saturday might be a full-on day, if I'm not going to be mistaken. Lifeblood. Yeah, dude. Yeah, and I appreciate you guys for being here. And again, I'm your man, John. I'll catch you guys on Tuesday. You guys have a good rest of your weekend. Stay good. Stay safe out there, okay? Cheers, y'all.